Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and gals, and today again we're working on the Ram 3500 1-ton Cummins powered turbo diesel. Yeah, so we got the springs in, and what do we got next, Nathan?
Oh, we got the steering stabilizer.
Yes, so this is from bddiesel.com, and if you want, go ahead and cut it open.
Okay.
Be careful, razor blade.
Yeah, sharp stuff.
All right.
Open.
Get that out of the way. I think it opens from the side, bud.
I can't handle this opening.
He can't open. It's like Christmas, but he can't.
It's like Christmas, but I can't open it.
There you go. Be careful with the staples. And, wow, it's flat. I thought it was round.
And we should try it.
Here, swap.
I got it.
And he says he got it. Oh, okay. Wow, that's nice. So this is a steering stabilizer
Yes.
by BD Diesel. And hold it right here. I told you to cut your...
Yep.
Made in Canada for 2003 to 2018 Dodge Ram. So what this does, it goes in between the sway bar and then the gearbox, and it tightens everything up. So let's get you up under here and we'll get it put on. All right, so in order to install the brace, what it does is it basically just puts this bearing, well, first you remove this nut, then you use this, and then this bearing basically holds onto the brace and slides through. I believe it's like that. I'll have to look at the instructions again, but that's what stabilizes that. But we got to get these bolts off of here first. So here we go. We're going to bust that loose. That's the nut we got to get off right there. It says to retain the lock washer. And then we also want to remove the sway bar. So take these off here. Let's see where I'm at. Okay, get those out of the way. These out of the way. Bolts flying everywhere. All right, and then don't let this thing hit you in the head because it will swing down. Wow. All right, and then the nut, get this nut off. All right. And then this goes on here. So I have to look back. I think it says something about, let me look at these instructions real quick. So you take those out and pull that off. It says the bar may be installed with that off. You remove that, which this one's a 46 millimeter, but we're using an inch and 13/16. And then it says an 1.25 inch deep socket, or an 1.5 inch. Some steering boxes use a larger bolt, so you'll need an 1.5 inch and torque it to 180 foot-pounds. So that's reusing the stock lock washer. So we're going to torque this one right here to 180 foot-pounds. Then we're going to install the brace with new hardware, put Loctite on it, we'll torque that off, and we'll show you where we're at in just a minute. Okay, so we have the bar installed, the brace with the sway bar. This is a little tricky. It's got really good hardware, 10.9. really strong. Put the blue Loctite on it. Now we're going to try to get this. We got this torqued off at 180 foot-pounds. Now we're trying to line all this up without it hitting you in the face here. And it's kind of tricky. Sometimes it's best just see if you can get it started by hand. Okay, got them started by hand. Now, give me a ratchet. I always like to start everything just in case it's not started. Start everything in case it's not started. What? Like funny. That wasn't started. So this part's a little bit trickier than what you think. So yeah, see, it's not really wanting to go. It's lined up. The threads are there. Okay. Seems like it's always just a thread short, don't it? Alright, let me shut it off. Alright, so now we got Nathan over here.
Hello.
We're just snugging them up. And we want to leave them loose in case we have any adjustability. And that's what I was just seeing, is there's bolts up here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but on this bracket there's two bolts which are 15/16 up there. So once you get this up and on the, get it centered here. Once you get this on your sway bar, you want to center this up, and then you also want to center this up. So we're just snugging that up now. It looks like it might be able to go that way. There we go. Do you see that? So something like that. So we're gonna get all this snugged up, and then we'll add another part. Okay, so we have everything installed, just snugged up. These go to 40 foot-pounds, and lock washers and the nuts, it's a 19 millimeter. These are 17 millimeter. This goes to 57 foot-pounds, and then the ones up top are a 15/16 wrench. Those go to 112 foot-pounds, and then 180 on the nut there. So let me torque this off. Okay, those were probably a little tighter than they should have been. Those are 40. Okay, looks like I had all those pretty much tight. All right, now we're going to go to 57. Set the torque wrench up here. All right, and then we'll hold this on the top and put that on there. That dude on there. I'm gonna let it come around and hit right there. So hold it. Alright. Okay. That's tight. Get the other one. Alright, those are tight. Now I have two little Allen screws. They get tightened up right. It says removing them, put some Loctite on them so they don't come out. But these little screws, one's right here. Looks like some anti-seize might have got on it. So here's the little screw. Clean it off, put a little blue Loctite on it, and that's the install, guys. That's as easy as it can get, and it's supposed to make a huge difference. So we're getting ready to take it down the road and see if it makes a huge difference. I'm going to get these back installed with the blue Loctite. Throw some grease right there, which is loose. Let me make sure I snug that up. And then, yeah, we'll see how it drives. Let me turn it off. All right, so we have got it all installed. Everything's torqued off. Here's the brace. Like I said, it just goes under the sway bar. You torque the sway bar bolts to 40, put the blue Loctite on them, goes up under there. Mainly the hardest part will be getting that big nut off. It's an 1 13/16 or 46 millimeter. Torque those to 57 foot-pounds, put that on, grease it up, and we are set to do a test drive.